What happened?
So that house back there with the dumpster just sold for $140,000. Have some builders tear all this stuff down. What do you think it will take?
You're seeing things price almost doubled or tripled in value here.
What I was saying was, after meeting him and talking to him, you know, it feels like it's just fear of missing out. You got FOMO. You've talked to him for over 5 years now, right? Since what, 2019?
And plus, we need to find out who bought this anyway, because this looks like money. I didn't know this was here, honestly.
I just wanted to see if you were still interested in buying properties.
Welcome to the family, man. Carl and Dom.
What's up, investors? Welcome back to Carl and Dom Real Estate. We're back with another one. Today, we're going to be going out to Lithonia. This is a deal that Dom has followed up with for over 5 years now. Basically, since he's started in wholesaling, and finally, this guy's at a point where he wants to sell his 5 acres of land. This is a very exciting situation. I'm happy to go out there. We're going to take a look around in the area. We're going to check out what the ARV is, what that parcel can go for. Of course, we ran our numbers, but we're still gonna look around and just kind of see what else is out there. Just drive the area, drive the neighborhood. While we're out there, we'll do a little driving for dollars and see if there's any more potential deals out there. Wherever there's smoke, there's fire. So we'll see. But I'll let him tell you further details on that as soon as he gets here. The man, the myth, the legend, right here.
I'm recording. Let's do a quick drive by. The lady has a brother living in the house. It's only like 5 minutes away.
Okay.
Then let's head to the spot with 5 acres.
Okay, so that's McNeil first?
Yeah, McNeil.
All right, let's go check out.
Then I'll give a call to Mr. Hardman. He's the seller for 5 acres.
Okay.
What happened?
So that house back there with the dumpster just sold for $140,000. This is a good number.
140,000 smackaroonies.
But guess what? For the estate. So it was a probate deal.
Oh, it was probate.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, this one, huh?
And the guy in the corner, his house, he sold that for $475.
Really?
So that's a big house right here. I've been trying to get to the left.
This one?
This one, if you can see the mailbox, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That's one of my old door.
I have not talked yet to people who own that part of the property, like 45 acres behind this.
Yeah.
It was originally part of the original tract.
Mm-hmm.
They have a quarry.
Okay.
And there's a shelf, like probably 1 acre, acre and a half in the back, where it's called surface rock.
Really?
You'll see an outgrowth right here, and under those 4 trees, all that is probably granite. It's covered up.
Back here, huh? So is that, I see the tracks right here. Is that access to get back to part of the land, or is that their property? Oh, so that's their property, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I don't know what they want to do about access, whether they would want build another access road this way, directly down there where they want to keep that land open.
So when did your family initially buy the land or the house and the land from
About
the land?
1950s.
Oh wow. Okay.
They've been mining high quality curbstone granite for, like I said, 50 to 70 years.
So I know there's been a lot of development and stuff like that with neighborhoods and communities building.
Yes.
If we were to, you know, have some builders tear all this stuff down, what do you think it would take? Is there water in the middle of the 5 acres? Is there a
No,
pond?
there's a stream, but there's no water, say, in the about 4 acres of this upper area. We actually built a well that really never ran dry, but it was right at the edge at the bottom of the land down there.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
tell the land.
Okay. Do you know the children at all?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, nice.
Went to school with.
Oh, so it's easy to. It should be an easy phone call then.
Yeah.
I know there's the home right here as well, but
It has no value.
yeah, we'll be more interested in the land on this one. And they don't really want to see it. They just kind of want to give you an offer.
They're searching for property.
Yeah. So how would you prefer to actually meet up with the buyer that's actually going to buy the house, or if everything works out, you can just do it online as well?
Well, I do want to know who's buying it.
How many acres do you think we've walked so far?
Well, I think we've probably seen about 20.
20? Wow.
So from here going, that quarry is actually a small area.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that green is white, really interesting. You can see
Mm-hmm.
it shows up on Google Maps.
Wow. I see it from here.
Is area that is actually in the quarry.
Mm-hmm.
It ends up being a small mountain hidden by the trees.
That would be cool to take a
They
look.
just keep plugging up.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much standard these days, you know?
Uh-huh.
Starting to see people building on smaller and they're just building up. But this here is...
They really don't hardly have enough space to buy a lawnmower.
Things are different. So you were able to see appreciation already in the first, well, I mean, it took some time because you said the property was worth like 50, 55 when, you know, you had to pay the Medicaid or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
And then now you're seeing things, price almost doubled or tripled in value here.
Well, all the land that can have been that way. I'd say it's gone up to somewhere around 40,000.
Yeah.
An acre.
Yeah, 5 acres.
They built that little place for Tennessee.
Okay.
Built a house in there like that.
See that? Back in there, yeah. And that's the lake on this side. Very cool. We probably want to get like a perk test done too, right? Just to make sure everything's buildable soil-wise and all that. You know, if there is a bunch of granite, I'm sure we'd have to work around it. You know what I mean? And just kind of go from there. But that shouldn't be an issue. If we're able to check out that survey, make sure it looks good, and because if we can do, I know it's zone residential right now, and if we can do something like a multifamily rezoning, it wouldn't be an issue to get, you know, like apartments or whatever out here. Could be townhomes, could be anything of that sort.
Well, I've enjoyed the time with you guys.
Yes, sir.
Wish you well. But I have to see how things work out.
Yes, sir.
Dominic.
I look forward to possibly getting one done with.
What I was saying was, after meeting him and talking to him, you know, it feels like it's just fear of missing out. You got FOMO. You've talked to him for over 5 years now, right? Since what, 2019? You've been talking to this man for a long time. His family sold that 45 acres to the people in the back. They turned around and established a whole rock quarry, and you know, they're selling slabs of granite, and they all get rich. He said it himself, you know, the family and all their friends are rich now, and we didn't get any of it.
Right.
So his whole thing is just like, he's like, am I gonna make the best move? Does this make the most sense to do this? Or, you know, let me talk to my brother. Let me talk to them back there. Maybe they want to buy it. Maybe. So he's trying to get the best that he can. You know what I mean?
Right there. He wasn't lying. They're around here.
They're around, yeah. And I get it. I feel what he's going through, but at the same time, that's not the business you're in. He's not, you know, he doesn't do rock quarry and getting granite and all this stuff. It's just like, y'all own this property and that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, I think what he can do, and, you know, this might be a conversation you have with him, is like, hey, look, hang on to some of your mineral rights. Lease the road out or whatever, and just hang on to the rights. Like, you don't have to, you know, like a developer doesn't have to go straight here for this.
Right, exactly.
But I don't see that much of a demand for granite like that. I could be wrong, you know what I mean? But like he said, all the curbs, now they just made with concrete. You know,
It's hard labor.
yeah, that's a lot to do to cut all that granite and then shape it and then, you know what I mean, transport it, and that's a lot. We were standing on all that raw granite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he'll go. He's just a little hesitant. That's all it is. I think he will sign. Just give him about a week or so. I feel like us going out and meeting him and actually seeing him again, because he hasn't met with anybody at the property in so long. Everybody's just pretty much called. And the thing about it, it's only 5 minutes away from the property. So everybody that's calling is just like, yeah, I don't want to see it. Yeah, we can make an offer. But not even like caring to go shake hands with him.
Yeah.
And having a 45-minute to an hour conversation just about the land and walking the land itself. Like that, I feel like that puts us ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, having a real heart-to-heart with him, being able to, you know, just sit down, like you said, look him in the eye. That's powerful. You know what I mean?
There's a stack of letters and postcards, and he probably gets 5 calls a day.
And bro, 5 years of follow-up, like,
Oh yeah.
like that should go to show the commitment in itself. Like, there's nobody else you need to be talking to. Mr. Hartman. You know,
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna remind you that you got a septic.
Seriously.
There's a lot of calls like, oh well, I didn't do it like I said I was supposed to. Call me back in 3 months.
So,
okay.
so just, you know, moving forward, thinking further out, right? 2 things here. It could possibly go to somebody who wants to set up, you know, their own granite mill or whatever, right? It could go to a developer, which that's our goal, where, you know, they'll just come and put either a couple of houses, put a neighborhood, maybe in an apartment or something like that.
Right.
But then, okay, now it comes down to working. That's why I asked them, like, hey, do you have a survey? What's the plat look like? Which they do have on that paper. That's good.
Right.
Then getting like a perk test done, making sure the soil's right, it can hold the structure is good. But then also too, they got to be able to work around all that granite. You know what I mean? That's one thing.
That's what we did not know at first.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that much. Even though I get it, it's Lithonia or Lithonia, excuse me. But this really is the city of granite. Like, I get it now.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of history.
Yeah, like, you know.
Yeah, so we're about to go check out a piece of land. It had 3 houses on it at one point. It was on the market maybe 45, 60 days. But it had 3.5 acres, I think. and pretty much just see what it looks like right now, to see if we can use this as a comp, because the numbers on it would actually look pretty good. So if everything can match to what we have, you know, we should easily be able to get this one off. So.
I don't know what development this is going to be just yet. Be nice to know, but at least from the looks of it, if I count the green pipes, that's a house.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Each pipe is a house.
Yeah. I see at least 25.
Yeah, they're doing 25. Big deal over here.
And what I have to do, because I didn't know this was here, honestly,
Yeah.
through the looking online, it's actually looking across the street. That is what just recently sold. So I'll be interested to find out if the people who bought this land actually are the same builders. And plus we need to find out who bought this anyway, because this looks like money.
So they actually bought this already. It's already done.
Yeah, this was bought on Zillow.
That's why they fenced it all off like that.
Yeah.
They did a quick fence job.
3.5 acres, 3 houses on it.
Okay, so it's 3.5 acres here.
What I'm saying about theirs is, even though it has the houses, you have the demo.
Yeah.
3 houses. House that we just came from, it has a lot of trees.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a big difference right there.
So this one's basically cleared land.
Yeah, I mean the houses, you're gonna have to demo those, so it's gonna be a little penny regardless. But clearly this went for 210. 3.5 acres.
210.
The guy with the 5 acres is asking 170, I think 180.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So if this went for 210, has less acres, you know, maybe we can get that one for 210 as well. So
Yeah.
that's some good money.
That is some good money. And then, look, there's something else across the street over here.
I wonder what that's about.
It's pretty lit. Wow, 210 for all this.
210.
They didn't want to get the dumpsters out.
Whenever time is gonna be allowed for them to start building, they ain't gonna waste no time.
They're gonna get it all done. Huh?
So what we should have to do, we got some homework to do. We have to find out the owners of this. We have to find out the owners of this project right here.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out the head of the LLC. We're gonna have to get in contact with them to see if they're looking to purchase more land in this area. You just purchased this, you just purchased this. We have something else. You gotta get that sold.
This is Carl. We spoke a while back. I just wanted to see if you were still interested in buying properties.
Yeah, we're probably not buying anything through the end of the year, but we'll be purchasing property next year. What do you have?
Oh, okay, yeah. This is, I have one in Marietta. It's a 2 1.5.
Yep.
And it's off of Drive. You know, the ARV's there. You know, we're looking to get, 180, 185 for it.
And what's the exit after renovation?
You said the exit.
What's the exit after renovation?
Well, I mean, maybe if you wanted to keep it like a buy and hold type of situation. But ARV in that area was 320, 340.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, you can email it to me.
All right, so y'all saw it. There it is for the day. Great job on that one, Dom. Like, put a lot of work in, man.
Got to visit the property with 5 acres. Got a house under contract. Great day. Love being in the field.
Yeah, man. We walked the whole trail. That was crazy. Like,
Yes, sir.
this was the guy from 5 years of follow-up. So you finally made that happen. We're the first people that even talked to him and they actually came out and met him face to face. That was a great day.
Yes. So if you like this content, like what you're seeing, you like how we're in the field, interacting with sellers, calling buyers, getting contracts signed, please watch more videos and like, comment, and subscribe.